I could not agree more. Attraction is not a choice. Hey guys, welcome back to 5-0-100-0.com. I am Fugget. And that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, I want to talk to you today about attraction, okay? And you've heard the famous Corey Wayne say that attraction is not a choice. And, you know, there's people that will go on a date with somebody that may not be their type. You know, there's just like little things that they're just like, I'm not so sure about this person. And the other person works really hard and, you know, is obviously more attracted to them than that person is to them, you know? That sounds weird. But you know what I mean. The attraction level is not mutual, right? Like in one instance, it might be the guy who's like head over heels. He feels like it's love at first sight when he meets this girl. You know, he's physically attracted to her. And she might look at him and say, oh, he's not bad, but he's not my type. You know, maybe she goes for the guy with tats and is the bad boy, and this guy is kind of, you know, normal looking, vanilla, nothing real edgy about him. But he's persistent and he pays attention to her and he seems like a nice guy. And maybe she's in a place where she's like, you know what? It seems like my picker is off. I never choose the right guy. So maybe I'll give this guy a chance, you know? Could be a pity date. Could be just a who knows. You know, maybe she's kind of a free spirit and gives everybody a chance, right? He's not repulsive. He hasn't been mean to her. And he seems respectful, right? And then attraction grows over time. Well, that all might be true, but when you think about that person that, you know, lights your fire, that gives you butterflies, that, you know, you look at them and it's like they check so many boxes for you, and it's like, yep, that's who I want. That's who I want to date. When you have that mutually, you've got fire. Now it's just one aspect of a relationship, that initial attraction, that spark, but, you know, it's a big one. It gets you off to the races. I had a person ask me today, you know, how she doesn't understand that her friend has been with this guy for 5-6 years, whatever it is, and, you know, he doesn't do a lot of things. Like, he's not, like, for instance, he doesn't work. You know, she's, you know, works like crazy to, you know, pay the bills and everything. He doesn't really do a lot of nice things for her. He's not particularly attractive, all this stuff. And she's asking me, you know, she goes, I don't get it. I don't get why she stays with this guy. You know, she's a good catch, and, you know, he just doesn't seem like anything that I would want to be with. And, you know, my response to that was, it's because he probably is giving her love in a way that she identifies with or that she needs, you know, whether it was something from her past relationships, maybe her relationship with her father. There's something that is a love language. It's some way that he is showing her love that resonates with her and keeps her attracted to him. You know, the girl, the lady recently had a birthday, and he gave her 2 scratch-off tickets and took her out for fast food, and she was perfectly content with it. You know, my friend was like, that would have been it for me. That would have, you know, she wants a lot more. She thinks, you know, she feels like, you know, the expression of love, or, you know, her love language is nice gifts and effort, maybe poetry, I don't know. But, you know, for her friend, she was fine with it, you know? And I said, that's the difference, is there's some need that's a primary need that she has that he's, or a void even, that he's filling. And the other things don't matter as much. And that's the thing with relationships, is you're never gonna meet somebody who is going to completely check every single box and score 100 in every area of life. And you have to make a decision when you're dating or when you're looking for a long-term relationship. What are the big boxes that you need checked? What are the things that are going to keep the relationship strong? Because you're not going to necessarily get all of them checked. And the truth is, you're probably not checking all of the boxes for somebody either. So you have to keep that in mind and figure out what it is that are the most important things to you. What are like the deal breakers? And then when you come across, because if you don't do this, when you come across people that check some boxes, you're gonna, but not some big ones, you're gonna wonder why you're always having either strife with them, why you're always, something's always missing, or you're having, little arguments about silly stuff. It's because somewhere deep down inside, you've suppressed what you truly want because you had somebody in front of you that's at least a warm body, to really simplify it. But I mean, there might be some level of attraction, right place, right time, or wrong place, wrong time, and you were vulnerable and you settled for somebody in a monogamous relationship that is just taking up a spot. And you notice yourself, your head's turning all the time, looking at the prospects out there, and you're just like, well, sunk cost fallacy, I have somebody there. Now it's been a month, it's been 6 months, it's been a year. Well, at least I have somebody there. It's a real miserable existence, and you could slowly slide into this hopeless feeling where you feel helpless. And the truth is, there's always a way out if you don't have what you want, the needs you have met with this person. Of course, you could take the high road and explain that to them, have that conversation, that this is your love language, and start with maybe what their needs are, and see what kind of boxes you're checking if they're open to talk about it, and then you express yours, and let them first be heard and understood before you try to get them to understand you. That might put them on less of the defensive mode, or in a state of self-defense, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So it's crazy, but everyone's attracted to who they're attracted to. The heart wants what the heart wants. And like I always say, if you're building a good foundation, when you're single, figuring out who you are, what you want long term, it's not perfect, and it can be a sliding scale, or the target can keep moving a little bit. But if you at least have an idea of what you want right now, and you can clearly identify that, and even better, if you can do so for future reference of what you might want in 5 years, 10 years down the road in your life, depending on what stage of life you're in, your picking mechanism is going to be a lot better, because you're going to know what your love language is. Can this person meet it? Can you meet theirs? And you try to put it all together and have a long-term healthy relationship. Like, share, and subscribe.